I figure I meditate on it, so I'm sitting down, I'm trying to meditate, and sure enough, as soon as I close my eyes, I hear, a group of tourists coming off the stairs on the other side with a tour guide. I'm like listening, trying to meditate, and and I'm listening to this tour guide, and the tour guide is saying how, all the rocks were cut in the quarry over the mountain range we see in the distance, and that they were carried from there, cut with copper tools, and then carried from there on with vine ropes on logs across the mountains, across the jungle, down the mountains into Chichen Itza, and then assembled into this amazing monument we were standing on. I'm listening to this and I'm going, really? And then he mentioned that actually the monument was actually carved and cut perfectly so that on the solstice every year, when the sun rises, it casts a shadow of a snake going up the stairways, and the snake head is carved on the bottom, and it really works. And I'm listening to this, and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. These people, like thousands of years ago, were going around with huge stones across jungle, across mountain range, right? And like putting them in this perfect building that's amazingly well aligned to astronomical events. And it's not like you can build the pyramid and then like get Joe out there and get, okay Joe, the sun's rising now. Okay, pick it up now. Okay, a little bit to the left. You can't do that. You gotta calculate that stuff in advance. And those are not simple calculations. Those are very complex.
But there is going to be change. And it's going to be physical as far as our bodies. It's going to be physical as far as the earth. And I think psychically, that's going to be the biggest challenge for everyone. Because we have lived a predominantly material life, only to find out that all the energy we put into investing in creating a material life has done nothing to fill the voids inside of us. And people are going to have their own dark nights of the soul when they come to that place and they look at themselves and they just say, oh shit, it was all for nothing. Okay? And I know lots of people who are going through that right now, especially men. They did all the right things, said all the right things, worked all the right jobs, dedicated themselves, gave themselves away, all to find themselves completely empty. And they're having to look at that. And they're having to realize everything that they had been taught, much of it, wasn't what it's about at all. It's not what it's about. It's going to bug the men the most.
Interesting. If you stood in front of a mirror, or not even in front of a mirror, anywhere, and you got a baseball bat, and you started smacking yourself around the head with it, people would call the guys in white coats, wouldn't they? Crikey, get him away. And yet that's what we're doing all the time.
So to control humanity as they have had to put humanity in a smaller box than they're in. And so they have created this control system that is designed to isolate the awareness of the target population within the five-sense reality.
Todo está oculto de nosotros. Por alguna razón no percibimos la realidad no material. ¿Pero qué es esto realmente? Es la conexión que perdimos al encerrarnos en esta forma de 5 sentidos. Estos 5 sentidos nos mantienen diciendo lo que es real y nos guían, pero ninguno de estos es capaz de llegar a esa realidad fuera de la que captamos ahora. Entonces solo experimentamos una percepción limitada. Cuando algo de esta realidad llega a nosotros, nunca lo percibimos de la manera correcta. Nuestros sentidos no están del todo abiertos, solo son una interpretación de lo que llega, entonces se le da un nombre o un significado. Esto es totalmente limitado a la manera en que estamos programados. El programa nos dice lo que es de acuerdo a sus reglas. Todo pasa por un análisis, una barrera. Todos nuestros sentidos trabajan bajo el mismo programa. Entonces no importa que pongamos algo por delante. Siempre veremos algo subjetivo determinado por el programa. El programa del que hablamos se llama egoísmo. La realidad no tiene ninguna preocupación por sí misma, por lo tanto, no hay limitaciones. Entonces, fuera de estar en esta burbuja de 5 sentidos, que podemos romper cuando nos demos cuenta que hay más ahí afuera, seguimos siendo parte del mismo ganado que sigue unos pocos que dictan cosas. Un claro ejemplo es la moda. Son millones que hacen lo que el granjero quiere. La manipulación en cuanto al miedo es increíble. Miren cómo todo es palabrerío sin sentido y por sobre todo miedo. La manipulación en cuanto al miedo es increíble. Este miedo nos convirtió en el mismo enemigo propio y el peor de todos. Unos a los otros nos acusamos, nos perseguimos. Llegamos al punto en que ser diferente, en la expresión que sea, es un crimen o algo demasiado grave. Ridiculizamos, nos reímos de aquel que piense diferente. Entonces, ¿cómo no les va a ser difícil manipularnos así? Lo único que haces para controlar el mundo es poner las reglas. Lo que es real y no. Lo que es sano y no. Educas de esa forma. Pones un medio de comunicación que confirme lo mismo. Y desde que naces, tienes la historia hecha. Esta misma gente que vive dentro de las normas, de las reglas, no deja que otra gente que está fuera de las normas lo haga. Entonces, así se manipula a la gente.